So, have you ever had a student who seemed completely fluent with their addition and subtraction facts in second grade, but by fourth grade, it's as if they'd never seen them before? Yeah, I've had that happen too. Here's something we have to remember is that fluency, math fact fluency, really any kind of fluency, is not a one and done achievement. It requires students to engage in maintenance activities. So, why is it that so many of our upper grade students resort back to counting by ones or skip counting for their facts? It's because we're not giving them the opportunities that they need to be able to maintain their fact fluency. So, this message is for all of you out there, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade teachers. What can you do? Maintenance can look like something very simple, short, regular practice routines, not reteaching, but just practice. So here's a really simple one. I have it just abbreviated to fit onto my small screen here. But let's say I have some kids who need to work on math fact maintenance for addition and subtraction. Something very simple I could do is play this game called Buckets. And buckets would be like it would have larger posters for the kids to lay out on the table, and they would just have some math facts and they sort them into which bucket, which strategy are you likely to use to figure out that math fact? Would it be a make a 10 strategy? Would it be using doubles or would it be pretend a 10? Right? So these are strategies that the kids should be familiar with, but then they can just sort rather than doing timed tests and timed practice. Let's lean into strategic reasoning, which will have a much better impact, not only on math fact fluency, but how they apply that fluency when they're doing larger, bigger ideas in mathematics as well as problem solving. For multiplication and division, those buckets might be using squares, right? Knowing what I know about 7 times 7 to help me with 7 times 8 or add a group, right? So if 4 times 6 is close to 5 times 6, I can use 5 times 6 to help me, right? Or subtract a group. If I need to know how much is 6 times 5, I can take off a group and see that what 5 times 5 is and then be able to add that group back on. So the buckets games, something very simple, not really a game necessarily, unless you want to turn it into a beat your own time kind of thing. I don't recommend that. Just get the kids into partners and have them doing this, and then have them, work at vertical surfaces at whiteboards to illustrate what some of those strategies might look like. Maybe have them show me one way that proves 8 times 7 equals 56. Now show me another strategy you could have used. What does that look like? Now show me another strategy you might have used. What does that look like? So, guys, here's the deal. Fluency does not disappear on its own. It's still in there. The kids still have those math facts, but they aren't retrieving them quickly. It disappears when we stop maintaining it, and that's something we can fix.